Okay, that should work now. There we go. Okay, that's good. There we go. Okay. Thanks, Palanor. I appreciate that. Hey, what's up? Okay, looks like my chat stuff. Yeah, that was strange. I was expecting it to work, but it didn't. Oh well. I'll have to investigate chat every now and again. Okay, I'm just gonna warm up a little bit. How are you guys doing? Hope you're doing well. Hope things are going good. The notification is better on Twitch, so I use Twitch to know when you're online. Oh, that is probably a bit confusing. Hey, what's up? Hope you're doing well. Looks like I'm still working on it. Yeah, I'm working on many things. I guess. Yes, I'm still working on creating my style. 11 days for a certain game? Yeah. Neo 3 is coming out. The demo, that is, in less than 11 days. I haven't gotten any sort of stream key or whatever, like digital key or anything like that. So no early access yet. Unfortunately. Although me saying that, it's not exactly something I imagine people trust me on. You're like, oh, you're just saying that to throw off the stench. I'm like, no, I'm not. I'm like, you guys can totally trust me. I mean, come on, yo. Is the demo PS5 exclusive? Nope. No, it's on both, it's also for PC. Okay. Okay, I can work with that. Damn it. very cool. It's sequenced into Flying Swallow. Ooh, 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 ooh. Idea. No, that doesn't work as well. No. No. No, I gotta do Flying Swallow. I wonder. Oh, it is. It just gets me to the ground. Okay. So wait, the game registers it as a Flying Swallow barrage? Oh, I guess so. It's triangle, huh? Really? That's a whiff? Feels bad. Okay. Flying Swallow always breaks chain link, by the way. Good to know, thank you. But that is cool. You can buffer skills. That's good. Yes, Neo 3. Ooh, okay, idea. Do you have anything else to say besides that? Yeah, okay. Go back to just saying Neo 3. I changed my mind. No Gaki and Neo 3. No, stop, Palinor. Do not encourage. You're on the phone, so hard to type. It sucks to be you then. Dang, that's a really long third hit now that I realize that. Woo! It's great being you. Great. It's not great to be that guy though. Whee! Just threw him away. I'm just messing around here. Okay. DLC date given for Ninja Gaiden 4 yet? Not that I know of. Funny thing, the third hit will almost always trigger Phantom to start blocking. It's very hard to get into Zuna drop on him with the staff. For aerial staff, that is interesting. Yeah, they're not gonna... if they're gonna release DLC for Neo 3, or sorry, not for Neo 3, for Ninja Gaiden 4, I certainly don't think it'll be this month or next month. Maybe like March. Hey, what do you like the best, Ninja Gaiden or Neo series? I mean, given that I like them both. Maybe the Neo series more, but Ninja Gaiden 4 is pretty awesome. I'll have to I might be able to better answer that when I get to Neo 3. Anyway. What do I want to practice? Oh my god, that is so fucking far. Okay, that range is so ridiculously far. Yeah, I have to give Neo 3 a full chance before I can really evaluate it. But yeah, for me, I think if I had to pick, probably the Neo series at large. Okay, that distance is insane. Okay, so hold up. Wow, okay. That actually helps a little bit. Jeez, okay, so that does connect. That's actually fantastic. Speaking of which, I heard people saying that the new Samurai Ninja style mechanic could break new gameplay being so perfect. What do I think? Alright, let me chat about... Let's chat about that, alright? No, not that. Okay. I'll just use this to take a little break from Ninja Gaiden. So, alright, okay, so this is me practicing to make clips for YouTube, alright? Because I'm thinking, before I get into answering your question about that, I think one thing I'm thinking of doing is just like kind of giving my opinion on things related to Neo 3. And if people want to listen to it, they can. If not, they can tune it out. So I'm gonna practice that here before I make any future videos. So okay, question. Speaking of which, I heard people saying that the new Ninja Samurai mechanic could break what made Neo gameplay so perfect. What do you think? I think a lot of different things on this. First and foremost, I don't think that Ninja and Samurai mechanics are going to break the game whatsoever. I think it's going to be an upgrade, personally speaking. So this is just my opinion, of course. I also don't think that Neo gameplay loop was perfect. I think it was very enjoyable, but I think Ninja and Samurai style adds a lot that gets me much more excited. And I will spend a little less time talking about Samurai style, because I think for fans of the Neo series, I think that a lot of what Samurai style has to offer is already pretty appealing to people, and most of the concerns I've heard about at least on social media, has tend to be more concerned about ninja style. So I think that the concerns over ninja style are, at least in my opinion, a little overplayed. And the concern that I hear most of the time is that, like, oh, ninja style weapons, they kind of suck because they don't have key pulls, or like you don't have stances. Those are usually two of the biggest things that I hear. But truth be told, I think just evaluating ninja style in the light that I think those people might be evaluating it is a little misguided. Ninja style isn't just ninja weapon play. That's a big part of it. But it's not the only thing. So just for comparison, imagine if I were to tell you, hey, it's samurai style. Forget high stance and low stance. It's only mid stance gameplay. That's it. Mid stance. And I'm only going to evaluate samurai style by mid stance. I'm pretty sure anyone who's played Nioh, at least in the capacity that I have, would pretty quickly say, it's like, bro, you're like cutting out like 2/3 of the game for samurai style. Are you kidding me? There's high stance and low stance. Use all three. You can't just evaluate samurai style only on mid stance. In the same way, I see it in a similar capacity for ninja style. Yes, of course, there's weapon play. You have your ground-based weapon play. No doubt. And of course, like, the skill list doesn't look that extensive. But it's like, dude, this is an apples to oranges comparison that I see people making. Like, it's just, like, ninja style isn't all about weapon play. It's called ninja style because there's specific things you do in that style that are unique to it. You have ground play, which is not unique, but you have like this huge aspect of air gameplay. Like aerial gameplay, which I don't know that much about. But from what I've seen in terms of player creativity, it's already pretty awesome. You can footstool jump. Can't do that in samurai style. It's like, okay, you can footstool jump, you can do air combos and shit, air sequences, air strings, whatever you want to call it. You can do attacks in the air. You can dodge in the air, which is already like, woo! That seems pretty good. And like, there's a lot of stuff you can do in the air. But again, just ground weapon play and air weapon play is not all that ninja style has to offer. Just to go back to samurai style briefly, I've covered the equivalents of mid and high stance, or whatever. 2 out of the 3 stances. So what's the third stance in ninja style? The ninjutsu, which you can customize to your liking. There is so much ninjutsu to pick from. And like, ninjutsu, like, how it works depends on what you choose, of course. I really like the physical arts, and you know, you have your usual ninjutsu like the feathers, but like I said, you got physical arts where you can teleport behind an enemy as a counterattack thing. You can like burrow underground. You can like put a clone of yourself, and it's just so different, and you can mix and match and pick and choose what you want. You can turn into a Scampus, and ninjutsu, as is being mentioned in chat, like you can do it in the air. They made that very clear in the trailers. There's interesting interactions that you have with ninjutsu in of itself. And that's like a lot. It's so much to consider. And let's not even consider the fact that there is interplay between the two like modes of melee weapon combat and ninjutsu in of itself. Like, come on, dude. Ninja style for ninja sword has freaking the equivalent of flying swallow. It's in the game. Skyrift, for anyone who's wondering. You can perform the equivalent of flying swallow in ninja style. Like, that's, to me, that's a great thing. I'm like, yeah, bro, I wanted this shit in Nioh 2. Oh, wait, this is just base game default in Nioh 3? Fucking what? Okay, that's pretty cool. So all in all, I see things like ninja style as a plus of enhancing of a gameplay formula that I've enjoyed for so much. Ninja style to me was so fun when I tried it and started experimenting with it and getting curious with it, that when I went back to Nioh 2, I was like, bruh, I don't give a fuck that much about ninjutsu. But Nioh 3, I'm like, ooh, what if I sequence that together? Or what if I put this together and that together? It gets a lot of fun. And so, for me, all in all, it's like, sure, there are changes being made, but what I guess I get a little frustrated by is that there kinds to be like this, almost seems to be like this circular fear and anxiety just like constantly stewing about like, oh my gosh, it's gonna go bad. Oh my gosh, it's gonna go bad. Oh my gosh, I'm so scared. Oh my gosh, I'm so afraid. I'm like, bro, I get it. You're afraid. Like, we don't need to condemn it. Can we just like try to explore it first, evaluate it on all of its merits, and then we can make a conclusion about it? Like, sorry to say, but just because you're scared of it doesn't mean it's fucking real. I mean, have you ever seen horror films? I'm sure you're scared. Doesn't mean it's real. It's like, anxieties are normal, they're fine, but they're not facts necessarily. Just give Ninja Style an open, honest chance. It might end up being it fucking sucks and does break Nioh gameplay, but you literally will get to find out in like 2 weeks. Right, so before I talk more about this in depth, that's pretty much like my, hopefully that answers your question in a reasonable amount of detail. I'm not gonna clip that to YouTube, but yeah, fine, I'm just gonna chat and rant. Right, and also, for those of you that I think are noticing this type of dialogue on the internet, one thing I've kind of learned that might help you too is that it's the fucking internet. And the people who tend to be the loudest aren't necessarily the most credible. In my experience, anyway. I mean, usually the people who, like, some people just like to yap. For whatever reason. They want their validation. I don't know. Some whatever psychological personal issue they got. I don't know. But there's just, it's whatever. It's like, the people who are gonna like stress and worry about this shit and then like post about it all on the internet like for a long time are usually the people I'm most skeptical about. Very much so. Right, it's a very, very vocal minority. And not that necessarily being a vocal minority is a problem, because obviously vocal minorities can obviously be correct in what they're saying. But I find it comical when it's like, when this particular vocal minority is presented with data that is on the contrary, and rather than even considering it, it's an outright rejection. I'm like, okay, dude, just kind of as like a construct for debate, if you have a perspective and I have a perspective, it behooves us both to try to understand one another. But if you're just gonna kind of bury your head in the sand and stay uninformed, like, okay, well, there's no growth or progress to be made here. Like, okay, I guess. So yeah, but okay, let's see what else. I always get so jealous whenever I fight Ren and he flying swallows my ass when I use a talisman, and now you can do it too. Yeah, I know, that's so good. Like, come on, like seriously, people are that worried about ninja style. Like, you're really, like, are your fears so strong? Is your negativity bias so strong that you're gonna be like, oh my gosh, flying swallows in the game, I'm not gonna even try to explore this? I'm like, come on. It's like you're being handed gold bars and you're like, I'm scared of the gold because of what it represents. I like the amount of money that I had at the beginning, but you know, because of all these fears that I have, this gold that I see, I'm just not gonna like touch it. I'm like, bro, just fucking cash in the gold first. Don't worry about the, I don't know how much value this gold is gonna bring. It's like, bro, it's fucking gold. Maybe not the best analogy. but I trust him if you get the idea. Now, this is just to be clear. What I'm not trying to say that people's fears are a problem. People can have fears, dude. Of course, I'm worried about this shit too. I'm concerned about it. I'm sure Team Ninja's concerned about it too. But rather than me taking my anxieties as facts, I'm just gonna be like, huh, I'm worried. Let me make sure I understand the full scope of things first before jumping to conclusions. Okay, there's the lesson there. Don't jump to conclusions, please. I'm slowly getting frustrated with the fears about ninja style. Skepticism is fine, agreed. But I think it's going to be an excuse not to explore it and condemn it because it's different. Yeah, and then at that point it's just dumb. And I'm like, okay, well, if you're not going to even try to understand, then... and you're not even going to try to experience it, and you're just going to, like, lose all your shit over this. And I'm like, alright, that's some self-imposed mess. Have fun. People fear, time for a change. You're right. You know, I gotta use that logic. Anytime someone... I would just ask, hey man, what would Jack Garland do? Would he change jobs? He would. Be like Jack. That's been an internet discourse around anything new, old thing good, new thing bad every time. Yeah, nostalgia glasses. So, like, it adds more depth to how you choose to play. It makes more sense to some mechanics. Like, hey, you never use this, but it could be fun. Yeah. And when it comes also to, like, the ninja and samurai styles, like, okay, I was talking to Zilad yesterday. Let me give you a great example of somebody who has those concerns, but then when presented with information was like, oh, that's interesting, and, like, had a very healthy takeaway from it. Zilad, on a stream just the other day, I think it was like 2-3 days ago. He's a Tonfa main, alright? Pretty much, but he plays all weapons. He's done Crusher trials for everything related to, like, Nioh 2, like, fucking crazy, dude. He actually did it all. What? That's like... I mean, I couldn't do it, but he did. So, hats off to him. And the thing is, he's played Tonfa for a long time, and he was concerned that, okay, you know, Tonfa doesn't have Ki Pulse. Right? Tonfa doesn't have Ki Pulse or whatever. He's like, shit, how am I gonna play Tonfa? I'm kind of concerned about it. And I'm like, yeah, I get you. He's like, is Demon Dance gonna be in there? I'm like, yep, here you go. I got some screenshots. You can take a look, you know. It does have Demon Dance, as you're used to. And I couldn't find Kanagi at the moment, but I'm pretty sure it's in there from what I saw. But I probably just didn't get screenshots of that because it wasn't new information. But yeah, basically I was like, okay, you can have Demon Dance, you can have Kanagi, Zilad like you're used to. But then he's like, dude, what am I going to do about Ki? And I'm like, yo, check this out. I know you're worried about it. There's this ninja skill called Hollow Form. What does it do? Okay, when you mist, right? When you have mist, which is like your Ki Pulse, when you leave an after image, well, with Hollow Form, if an enemy hits your after image, you get Ki back. So I was like, you know what, Zilad? I know you're crazy good with all of those Demon Dance, Kanagi, like animation cancels to dodge attacks. Well, now every time you successfully dodge using Demon Dance, which all it does in Nioh 3 is stuff that you're used to from Nioh 2, except it also, it looks like it, from what I understand, will leave that after image in place. So it's like, okay, they hit your after image while you did a Demon Dance dodge, and then you regain your Ki. And I'm like, I can just imagine Zilad just like chaining Demon Dance over and over again and getting all his Ki back. I'm like, yeah, this is like Zilad's Tonfa play upgraded even further. And he's like, yeah, dude, that sounds fucking awesome. Yeah, Demon Dance for free, basically. And look badass while doing it. Yeah, it's like God mode, basically. And Zilad was like, yeah, that sounds pretty fucking good. And I'm like, and that was like a very healthy like way to be skeptical. He was skeptical. I gave him new information, which challenged some of his skepticism. And then he was like, let me consider it. He's like, that actually sounds fucking good. Okay, I've changed my mind. So, right. Yeah, it's like, no, it doesn't have key pulse, but there's great fucking alternatives. There's so much that's been upgraded in Neo 3 that, like, I'm so excited. All things in general. Yeah, like, obviously, be skeptical. It's okay to be skeptical. It's just, how do you... Are you open-minded for new data, or are you just gonna close it? And, like, I provided that's part of the reason why I provided 300 photos for people to see. Just like, here, take a look yourself. You don't need to believe me. Just take a look at the evidence right here. You decide. And, like, I put a video with new skills. 7 minutes of new skills. Of, like, either a skill has been modified to have, like, some sort of transform art on it, or it's a new skill altogether. And I'm like, here you go. Take a look. This is all brand new. And, I mean, right. If you... And it's fine you haven't seen all of it. If it's just basically reducing someone's excuse to, like, say, hey, the information isn't there. I'm like, no, I fucking put it there. It's there. Publicly accessible. It's right there. And I'm sure someone's gonna make some complaint after that. I'm like, no, it's also on Reddit. No, it's also there. I made a playlist on YouTube. I'm like, it's all fucking there. Still can access it now. But yeah. So as far as I'm concerned, I think it would have been great to have 2 different characters like Ninja Samurai, unless you prefer to be able to create your own character. This might address that a little bit. The thing is, you can have 2 different appearances for your character. So you could have one look for ninja, one look for samurai, as opposed, but I don't know if you meant like a separate ninja, separate samurai character. But right. But I think also just one thing I've noticed with some of the more, like, for lack of a better way to put it, the toxic discourse people, is like, there's just like this assumption that Team Ninja doesn't know what the fuck they're doing. It's like, they don't know what they're doing, they're ruining a perfect formula. It's like, when I see questions like, oh my gosh, gameplay was perfect, why did Team Ninja have to ruin it? It's like, because they obviously thought it'd be fucking better. So either you think they know what they're doing or you don't. Pick one. And it's like, okay, you don't think they know what they're doing. Why? What evidence do you have? You have such a strong claim. And like, you know, it just eventually just scratch the surface and it just starts to fall apart. Or it's like, no, I'm not saying that I don't think they can deliver a good game. I'm like, okay, so you don't believe in their vision for the game and not willing to explore stuff. So I'm like, it's fine you don't believe in it, but you don't think they have some ace up their sleeve? Okay, so you don't have faith in them. So you don't believe in them. Like, it's just circular bullshit. Now here's the thing. I have the same amount of information that you guys do. At least if you've seen all my photos and seen all my footage. I legit have no extra information. Now, whether you believe me is a separate matter, okay? But here's the thing. I'm looking for evidence that supports... Like, you can... How do I phrase this? I think sometimes, at least with the toxic discourse people, they will let their negative confirmation bias run fucking rampant and will not check it whatsoever. I, in general, have positive confirmation bias towards Team Ninja. And so far, everything from Neo 3 release cycle has proven that to be better and better. Alright? So... I look for ways, I look for pieces, I take pieces of information and I'm like, huh, interesting. If they're doing this, what positive thing could happen here? What positive thing could happen here? If there's something I dislike, I'll obviously make a mention of it. But so far, for me, Nioh 3, everything related to it has been overall very positive. Overall. I would have liked a demo sooner that all of us could play, but okay, whatever. It is what it is. And there's no, it's whatever, less than 2 weeks till I get to play it anyway, so I don't give a fuck anymore. But here's the thing. When it comes to Nioh 3. So... builds, for example, is a concern people have, and I can see stuff about like Onmyo style, and you'll see how this connects in a moment, okay? They introduced, as an equipable common skill, versatility. Think about that. Benzai Ten's Grace, Susanoo's Grace, like, arguably some of the most popular build stuff in Nioh 2 endgame build stuff, for the depths, for the underworld, whatever, is now something you can fucking equip as a mastery skill or something. You don't have to build for it. You don't need 6 pieces of armor or anything, or 5 pieces of armor, whatever. You just click a friggin' checkbox and bam, you got versatility. So that leads me to think, well shit man, they're going all out with builds. I can't wait to see what the replacement build stuff is gonna be. Because holy shit. Susanoo's Grace is gonna have to be reworked, assuming it's gonna come back in. You know, it's pretty wild. So, like, that's the thing, like, builds are already, like, to me, I'm like, oh, it's a potential upgrade. And now to the whole Onmyo style thing. Naturally, people are worried about Onmyo magic. But let's take a look at what could be possible positive alternatives. And one, I don't think, like, they're gonna destroy Onmyo style, or Onmyo magic. If anything, I think they're gonna do the contrary. Ninja style already has their whole, like, you know, all the ninjutsu, the equivalent of Marishi's Grace. The equivalent of empowered ninjutsu is now just like a base game mechanic for an entire style. So what's not to say you can't equip some equivalent of that for Onmyo magic? You have your, like, you have a mastery that's about, like, summoning seal, like, refilling it and shit. Or a build that supports that. Some gear that supports that. Would it really be a surprise if they had the equivalent of empowered magic just, like, casually available for Nioh 3? Considering the fact that empowered ninjutsu is a base mechanic for Nioh 3. For ninja style. Does it seem that far-fetched? To me, it doesn't. So I'm like, oh, yeah, I'll wait and see. I'll be patient. I'm not gonna lose my shit. I hope they put it in, but if not, like, I'll also adapt. No big deal. But it's like, let's just wait and see, bro. I think it's possible. I don't think they're gonna give up on Onmyo magic. They've changed things, but, like, let's wait to evaluate these changes before condemning it, bro. Just take your time. Really make sure you understand it before giving your opinion on it. Okay? That's all. So, I think they'll have some sort of way to scratch the itch that we all might have for some Onmyo style, so that we're more incentivized to use jutsu or summoning seals. Maybe not, like, early on, but who knows? Maybe I could be wrong. They put in versatility, for goodness sake. As an equipable mastery. Before any DLCs. Just a checkbox. Maybe we will get something like that. I don't know. But that's the thing, I don't know. So rather than like doom and glooming over it, not saying any of you guys are. This is just again me talking to a toxic discourse mentality. But it's like rather than doom and glooming over it, I'm gonna just, you know, wait and see. Not that complicated, you know, just wait. All you gotta do is... Well, here, you wanna know all you gotta do when you wait? You do nothing. You just sit there. You do no effort required, you just wait. The only thing that makes waiting so hard for, and this is again addressed to toxic discourse people, the only thing that makes waiting so hard is just all the fucking stories you tell yourself. All the self-imposed stress. All the thoughts that you're like, oh, this thought that pops up into my mind, therefore it's gonna be reality, worst case fear, ah. I'm like, no, bro. No, I don't need to do that. So, okay, let me catch up to chat, because I went on a good old rant. This has not been a Ninja Gaiden 4 stream by any means. So, okay, what did I miss? Mad jump to conclusions and spread them. Whatever. Neo 3 is a certified banger. We got to play the demo to judge for ourselves, so unless there's some weird endgame thing that bricks the game, it's going to be so much fun for years to come, right? So far, evidence is leaning towards that. Is Neo 3 a Back to the Future like? Yes. No, we're not talking about Gakis. Who knows, maybe through DLC or something, Team Ninja will eventually update the game to add more stance overlap between weapons to give people what they want. Maybe. Or they might decide, which so far seems to be the case, in my opinion, that they want to rework a lot of weapons altogether to perhaps make things more unique. I mean, who knows? Like, I guess a big tell will be whether, say, for example, Tonfa and Ninja style, like, I'm going to be looking out for this. Overall, is my experience with Tonfa and Ninja style greater and more enjoyable than Tonfa and Neo 2? If so, it does not need to necessarily be a part of Samurai style. And whatever thinking was involved in creating Tonfa and Ninja style, please employ to other weapons as well, in some way. And same for Samurai style. I'm going to be curious too, like about the quality of the weapon play in there too. I'm going to consider that. But so far, because I'm looking for reasons that things can succeed, I'm also finding more things that actually make it succeed. If it's the direction they chose for Neo 3, the gameplay will be more diversified. Just imagine the Combo Mad videos on it. Yeah, you should see some of the players, some of the Japanese players for Neo 3 already. Like, back in the alpha, like White Goat, for example. Or OLTO. I was, like, blown away. It was so cool. Oh, so you were talking about for separate characters? Oh, like William and Okatsu, for example? I see, okay. Maybe they considered that, who knows? But I guess they wanted, the character creator was easier, I guess. I think good evidence they know what they're doing is how they pulled back on the open world design to deliver a happy medium between tight levels and open worlds, shows that they learned from Rise of the Ronin. Right. Yeah, and they made it very clear that, like, they wanted to have a consistent Neo experience and not just have, like, empty open worlds. They wanted to have that density, as they talked about. They want to have that stress. And at the same time, allow players to have their freedom in how they pursue things. So they even said that, like, if you wanted to basically speedrun Neo 3, you could probably do it more quickly than Neo 2. Assuming you could actually pull it off, though. Which, I'm pretty sure it's going to be hard to do so from the get-go. Like, people who are annoyed with... also worth mentioning, devs usually see issues with older games they make and try to address them and bring in new things. Sometimes devs don't like how people play games, so they change it, right? Like, people who are annoyed with zero-key combos. Like, it trivialized a lot of the game. I imagine devs didn't like that either. Yeah. I don't... Like, zero-key combos, they're cool to pull off, but, like... that kind of just being a staple part of the game kind of gets boring. For me, anyway. Like... there are many... It's why I didn't really like many of the human fights in Neo 2. Because it was either it was like an all or nothing sort of experience for me. It was either they destroyed me really quickly and like I couldn't do anything, or I would destroy them and they can't do anything, like no matter what. It's like, alright, I kind of want my boss to be able to fight back. Which is why I preferred Ren Hayabusa overall for human fights. But yeah, it'd be like, it's kind of a letdown. It was a letdown when I'd fight like Minamoto no Yorimitsu, otherwise known as Raiko. And you can just get Tonfa and like cycle 2 elements and cycle a bunch of different elements and keep her at 0 ki and she's useless. She'll never be able to pull off her living weapon. Nothing. She'll just get destroyed. And I'm like, well, she's such a cool boss with such cool moves, but I'm never going to see them because of insert like 2-3 things I can do. Or I'm sure you've heard other people say stuff like, well, fists are so OP against humans. Well, yeah, because you got the 0 ki combo stuff. Where it doesn't matter how much ki they have, and fists can do a good job at depleting human ki, so it's just like, well, humans are basically useless. It's a little different using fists against enemies like Shuten Doji, the DLC version. A little harder. So yeah. It's okay, I just don't want Nioh... Nixon. I don't want Nioh to become another parry slap game. I don't think it will be. I'm not remotely worried at all. And it looks like another viewer has mentioned to check out Last to Load's video. Deflect isn't like some busted mechanic. It's great as a defensive tool, but if you just deflect all the time, you ain't doing shit. Seriously. Like, I tried doing deflect only stuff, and I'm like, well, the enemy isn't dying, and sure, I'm not getting hit, but neither are they. It's not like Sekiro, where you want to deflect everything, and you don't necessarily need to attack all the time. It's like, no, deflect is part of your toolkit. It's very useful, but it's not the only thing. In the same way for Nioh 2. Just because you can opportunist everything with the fist doesn't mean the target will die. Do I think they'll add more layers in Nioh 3? I suspect they might reduce the layer of builds to make them easier to obtain, but not necessarily the number of styles you can build. I think with my... I don't know how to express this that well, so forgive me if it sounds a little garbled. But my thinking is that they'll make things both a bit more simplified in terms of like the entry point. Like entry point for thing might be a little simplified, but the ceiling for things will probably be more complex. Is my guess. Which I'm fine with. A lower skill floor, I guess. But the skill ceiling's even higher. I guess fine. At least for builds. But it seems like they want a certain level of difficulty that everyone is going to have to kind of go through. For builds, but the truth is I don't really know when it comes to builds, how they'll reduce the layers of builds. I have no clue. I haven't really looked into that in any of my Nioh 3 footage whatsoever. Like, I just so focused on just, like, combat itself. But yeah, like, I don't know, to be honest. But with them giving things like versatility, maybe they're simplifying certain things, or maybe they'll just alter how they're going to work with builds. So we'll just have to see, unfortunately. Okay, hey Golden Seed. One thing I don't recall about the demo was the enemy AI. Has Nioh 3 added more tactics for enemies beyond their common attack patterns? A little hard for me to tell. I don't know. I suspect there's a lot. I don't know, to be perfectly honest. Even group tactics like flanking you and such. I don't know. I don't think that much has changed in regards to that, but I can't say. Alright, I think I've caught up. Hey, it's Doms! You said that like 4 minutes ago. Catching up to all sorts of shit. Okay. Okay, anyway. I need to play the game that, well, I don't need to, but I'm gonna play the game I'm playing. Thanks for my opinion. Yeah, there you go. Anyway, I'm gonna try to play Ninja Gaiden. But feel free to ask questions. Yeah, that's cool. And chat, I should just have just chatting. Chat about Neo 3. That doesn't work that well. But that does. Ooh, okay, interesting. I can set that up. Oof. What I like about Chain Link is how deliberate it needs to be inputted, making a mechanic you aren't forced to interact with. Yeah, it's nice. I actually like it quite a bit. Neo 3 farming is gonna be crazy. It should hopefully be a whole lot of fun. Come on. Damn. No, that wouldn't be safe, I'm pretty sure. Damn it, see I can't rely on that. That's not cool. Okay, so what are some moves I like do not use? I don't use that too often, but I understand its utility. I think that's pretty handy. Probably good for all sorts of enemies.
Okay, anyway, I'm losing. Okay, let's see. These are the moves I want to understand more. So it does knock away? Does it do that every time? Okay, it seems to do that every time. Okay, so that doesn't knock away, this does. Okay, good to know. Okay, well that's good to know. Do I ever play any non-Teen Ninja games on the channel? Not usually. Okay. So good, I recognize the difference between this. So why would I use this then? Let's see, this is a level 1. This is also a level 1, but it almost seems like the rapier one's just strictly better. So wait, that's quite a large distance. Okay. Yeah, that's pretty big. So a pretty good distance, but what about this? Doesn't seem as high. No, not as high, okay. It's okay, so it's at least from what I see, this doesn't have as much distance, or this doesn't have that much distance. But probably better for knocking targets away. Bruh. Okay, whereas this does have good, that is a good gap closer as well. But then the question is, why would I want to use that over, say, this? This is faster. My guess is that probably does more damage. Yeah, that's faster. This probably does more damage, okay. Okay. And the question is, does this have iframes with it? Doesn't look like it. Okay. That much is obvious. Hit everything around me. Hey, Amber. I need more Neo 3 content until it's out. It'll be out soon. Okay, let me put the enemy as stationary. How's the Ninja Gaiden 4 practice going? It's going better. Just figuring out little things over time, like little differences between things. And I'm trying to just learn how to take advantage of a lot of base weapon skills. Yeah, okay. I mean, those three are clear. The downward pierce. Like, that makes sense. It's pretty cool. Push the target away. And push me away. That's unique. That much I already understand. Pushes targets away. Okay, cool. Reposition, that's going to be tricky. That makes sense. Flatten them. Yeah, that much is clear to me. Yep, I get that too. Just straight into a launcher. Just hit everything around me. I mean, those are good. Rip through enemies. Wait. Slice, like, the wording of this suggests a single enemy I can slice through. This suggests maybe, like, I still don't know the difference between this and Winged Blade. This one I already know. This one is very clear. This one I do not understand. Launch an enemy into the air and smash it down. Don't know why. I don't know what that, like, what would be the benefit of me doing that? To me, it seems so unclear. I mean, okay, I guess it's like a mini launch. Are there other things that I can do that? No. Well, the bombs will knock targets away. This game is so overwhelming to me. Sometimes I feel like I'm doing things without even knowing that I'm doing them. Yeah. This game is quite a lot. Oh, wait, let me see. Level 1, level 1, level 1, level 1. Okay. Oh, wrong thing. 1. That's also... Wait, this has no ability to delimb? There's no delimb on this? Wait, seriously? No chance to delimb, probably. Okay, that's another thing to evaluate. No delimb versus chance to delimb. Oh, okay, yeah, that's... Okay, that's definitely a thing. Okay, a good difference to know. No delimb. Definitely a chance there. Okay, there's a chance there. Okay, what about this? There's a chance there. This is level 2 delimb. Okay, that's a little different. I didn't realize that. There is a chance to delimb an enemy. Okay, that helps. So it probably does more damage than I understand. Does this delimb? Yeah, I don't, well here, let me reset this enemy's health. I'll just have it normal. Let's find out, right? Okay, so how many times will it take for me to delimb an enemy? Because right now it's not showing any sort of delimb potential. Not a single delimb. Here, maybe it's just the enemy type. Let's go to the basic ones who die in like 2 seconds. Alright, so enemy health, all that shit is all normal. Okay, just to make sure he can be delimbed. Okay, so yes, he can be delimbed and killed. So, can he be delimbed by this? Apparently he can, but I'm guessing that's due to damage output. Okay, now I'm wrong. What the hell? No, it just delimbed the guy. Oops. Well, it seems to have a very low chance of delimbing. That's... Okay, let's so yeah, knockback is cool, but geez, yeah, so it seems to be less about that. Now, contrast that to this that has a delimb. Yeah, rotate square, yes. That's very apparent. Okay. Now what about rotate? Ooh, yeah, that has a much higher delimb rate. So for a base attack, that's actually kind of legit. Well, I got rid of his head, I guess. Okay, higher chance of delimb with that. Okay. Is there like more information about D-limbs? You have a chance to dismember an enemy whenever you attack one. A dismembered enemy will be weakened. Okay, whenever you attack. So it seems to just be like a chance to delimb them, right? Like that's about it with any attack you do. But it seems like some attacks don't have that built in. What's better, to experiment weapons or combos going through the chapters or through Purgatory? There's no real right or wrong answer to that, truth be told. There are different pros and cons to each. It just depends what you want to practice specifically within them. Purgatories are a bit on the, like, damage-wise, the damage that you take is on the easier side. But you deal with a fuck ton of enemies, so it has its own unique challenges. Whereas the chapters, at least on Master Ninja, can be pretty intense. And you can die quickly, so it just depends. Alright, close enough. I think I got some information. I don't want to overload myself. Oh, sorry, I missed your question altogether. I got so focused on training mode, I missed your question, KMY. Sorry about that. Okay, let's talk about content. What did you wish was in Nioh 2 that you want to see in Nioh 3? Nowadays, I see every developer add roguelike wish modes to their games. Do you think that could work in Nioh? I think that, from what I understand... Here, hold on. Let me make sure I understand what a roguelike is, because I'm not very... I don't really know the definition. Okay, a roguelike definition. A roguelike is playing enough, you kind of repeat a level with different starting conditions and you progress through further. Okay, I guess if that's my understanding of it, I think they kind of do that to a certain degree in the underworld and the depths. I mean, you do have different bosses. It is a little varied. I think that's, I mean, that's already there. But it was one of the lesser interesting things for me in Nioh and Endgame. It definitely added replay value, but it wasn't like the coolest. I think, but what has kept me coming back to playing games like Nioh 2 and Nioh 3 is something I think they already do, which is just have a lot of room for exploration, have a lot of challenge, have a lot to work towards that's fun. Yes, Whirlpool, you can ask. What you want me to try? I'll go back to training mode. Yeah, I think their attempt at the underworld and the depths is kind of scratching the itch for the roguelike thing. Flying Swallow. A Flying Swallow BRX, not Yatosen because it makes it way. Chainlink BRI with Yatosen. Back forward, why? Alright, let me try that Soul Pool. Oh, that's kind of cool. Let me try that again. That's kind of neat. Although I might just do this. No, I won't even do that. I'll do something like this. Anyway. But did I... Yeah. Doosh. This is what you're talking about though, right? Right? You said Flying Swallow BRX, just not the Yatosen because it makes it way. But yeah, you're talking about this, right? Oh wait, Chainlink BR with Yatosen back forward, why? Oh, oops. I'm sorry, I messed it up, just... You didn't mean Devilish Mole, I misread that. Okay, you're talking about this. That's what you're talking about. Right? Do I have that right? Something like that? Yeah, but the Ender was non-BR. Yeah, okay. My bad. I just misread. Okay. Yeah, that's pretty interesting. Oops. Yeah, that gives a use for this too. You don't full charge, but yeah, basically. Makes sense. Okay. Well, hey, that can make me want to use it, at least. So you don't full charge. Let's try that out. Wait, no, I mean, no, like that. Do you really think all of this learning is necessary? No, of course not. It's not necessary by any means. The weapon skills are situational. I agree. And it might be overcomplicating things. I mean, perhaps. I don't have to learn any of this. I just want to. Hey, Shark Zoo. Do light armors get higher damage bonuses in Neo 2? No. Your damage is mostly dependent upon your weapon. Yeah, I don't need to learn all of this. I've already beaten Master Ninja and all of that. That way, since the full BRXY takes so long, using back forward Y reduces the exposure time. Makes sense, makes sense. My goal is in Ninja Gaiden is to be able to understand how to use basically everything. And one of the biggest things that I don't know how to use well are the base form weapon skills. That and Wind Path. I'm not very good at Wind Path. And there's a lot of chain link things that I'm still messing around with. No, I was talking about the star bonuses with melee damage on them. I'm gonna check the Neo 2 build Bible to give you an answer, because I do not know off the top of my head. What do we got? Okay, this is interesting. It looks like for the starred stats, it does depend a bit on your armor. Or, what? This is old. But yeah, okay. So for Dream of the Neo, for damage, it looks like it does depend. It does seem that the heavier your armor is, the less starred melee damage you can have. So for example, for just the raw stat melee damage for light armor, it can scale on a starred stat from 7% to 8% roughly. But for heavy armor, it'll go to like 5 to 6%. So I guess, yes, you do want to have lighter armor if you want to have slightly more damage. By like 2%. Or so. Or something. But what's also weird is that key damage seems, so like the starred key damage stats seem to be the best for medium armor by like 2%. I don't know why. That's weird. For like torsos. I don't get it. Alright, I guess. Next stream, you're gonna rock my world? Alright, great. I don't know how you're gonna rock it, but just rock it. Alright, let's play some stuff. Yeah, you're welcome. Happy to help. What chapter do I feel like doing? Alright, thanks for dropping by. I'll see you hopefully next time. What do I want to do? You guys have any chapters you want to see? Chapter 13. You want to see Kagachi? Kagachi and Achilles, is that right? Just verifying. Okay, I guess. I won't fight Achilles. I'll learn Achilles another time. I'd rather just focus on Kagachi. Oops. Just skip the other boss after him? Yeah, I'll just fight Kagachi. I could also have done the trial, I suppose, if you just wanted to see Kagachi. But then I have to worry about the stupid incense. God dang it. Fine, this is probably the best bet. Too greedy. You were supposed to make Ninja Gaiden 4 guides this month? That isn't happening, yeah. I was originally gonna make a Ninpo guide, but I just wasn't that enthusiastic about it. Truth be told. Ah. Oh, destroyed. Jeez, bro. I got a lot better against Kagachi. Yeah, that was fast. I beat Kagachi pretty quickly. I mean, not bad. I still have a lot to learn on him, though. Ah. No! I still can't tell the difference between a grab and whatnot. But beating him quickly is definitely a sign of improvement in the fight. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I agree. I quickly acknowledge that stuff in my head. I'm like, okay, but there's more for me to work towards. It's not like I'm beating myself up for it. I'm like, yeah, but there's more I want to do. There's more I want to try. No, I'm dead. You'd be beating yourself up for it? Yeah. I'm obviously proud of how far I come with Kagachi. I'm like, damn, like I got through that pretty quickly. I'm like, shit. So, you know, that's good. It's just, you know, I'm just like, oh, if I like, I want to be able to learn more. I'm like excited to learn more. It's a confidence booster that I beat him quickly. Hey, what you doing? Aww. He scares me with his grab. Rude. Yeah, take that, dickhead. God damn it, I couldn't pull off what I was trying to pull off. Oh, I was trying to get the air gleam Y off. I got the backlash parry, which was cool, but I didn't get anything else off beyond that. Damn it. And I could have probably ended the fight had I, oh, come on. I mean, cool, I killed him, but I basically just like bum rushed his clones. Let's see. I did a lot better. 9 deaths. It's not the worst. Gave me a B rank. Thank you. Halved my score. It's the best so far. Damn. Yeah, that's my fastest clear. Yeah. I need more incentive to learn Achilles. The clones are irritating and he just dies kind of quickly. Oh well. 9 deaths and still a B is wild to me. Makes me wonder what the leaderboards are. How did you get that much? Oh, pff. 18 ultimate techniques and berserk points. Okay. I probably did it. How did this player do it? Oh. For you. Ooh, I wish I could see this one. No deaths. Okay. I mean, you don't get your score in half. I mean, that's what it is. If I doubled my score, then it'd be a little different. My score is 23, so nearly 24k. If I did not die, let's say I didn't die at all and got 46 to 48k, that would place me, holy shit, very high. That'd place me in like the top 10. But that's assuming I didn't die. right? But obviously I did die. I died 9 times, which, you know, plays a factor. Ooh, Spawn. Spawn got it. Oh, but he was in Berserk. Bruh, Spawn. He definitely worked for it, I know that. And then he's got the extra Berserk points. The thing is, to get lots of karma points, from what I've noticed, you basically want to stay in Berserk. And as you can see, spam a bunch of UTs, and then it like racks up your karma. So yeah, that's definitely a way to do it. And you'll kind of notice that with each of these, where it's like UTs and Berserk, UTs and Berserk, UTs and Berserk for the most part. Spawn legit, but I've seen Spawn play on Twitch. Like it's most like it's a cool way to do it usually, the way he's doing it. But yeah, you can like just see how the score will go, like on Master Ninja, like chapter 12, what people get their scores for and things like that. Or like here, this is like a perfect example, okay? So this person is rank 1 for chapter 12 on Master Ninja. I guess they're playing with Yakumo. If you take a look at their breakdown, notice the Berserk score and the UTs. So it's like, hey, if you take advantage of Berserk, and UTs together, you're gonna get a fuck ton of points. 120k points from being in Berserk and pulling off UTs, just like skyrockets your score. I mean, look at that, 70k difference from just being able to take advantage of that score. So, you know, I don't pay much heed to this score. I'm not usually that interested in those scores. I'm much more curious about the players like Spawn, who, like, sure, he's in Berserk and he did 8 UTs, but that's like this is for chapter 13 now, so it's just like 8, and I'm like, okay, 4 UTs per boss, like this, you already get, he probably parried, right? You already get like at least 2 essence. He probably parried. I'm like, this is probably just like normal kick-ass play, which I wouldn't be surprised by with Spawn. So like this score by him being placed highly is like, yeah, that's probably pretty cool. And then just for extra karma score, he probably like popped Berserk, did a bunch of attacks and shit like that for the clones or whatever, or who knows. So yeah, definitely pretty cool. If we look at like Purgatories as well, you'll see the same thing. It's like, whoa, Purgatory 19, how did they get that score? Take a look. 36 UTs, and then it's activated in Berserk. And then you can see the combo meter just going like way high. Or what's the devastating one? I think the chapter 13 one is really tough for people. But you'll notice that trend where it's like a combo score is high, Berserk score is high, ultimate technique score is high. With Ryu. Here you go. 60 ultimate techniques, 456 Berserk. So it's like just a significant overlap. And then 173% kills. I have no fucking idea how. Alright, I got no clue. And then chapter 19, let's see, top scorer. 52 ultimate techniques. A ton of hits in Berserk. Like, it's just a running theme. So, Right, and that's the thing. It's like high UT spam stuff is kind of funny. Like, obviously it'll get you the score, which is cool, I suppose. But I don't personally find that enjoyable, so I just, like, I kind of tune it out. Ooh, I am curious about Spawn, though. Untouchable! Dude, what a fucking legend. Now let's compare that to Spawn's score. He has Untouchable, I know it's kind of obscured up here. So he did the entirety of chapter 19 with Ryu, granted, but obviously it's still impressive. 12 UTs. Like, that's it. Across all the enemies and all the bosses. Jeez. 8 Izuna drops. It's not like he abused anything. Like, to me, it's very clear he did it.
I'm like, that's something to watch. And if you check out his Twitch channel, you'll see that like his Ryu gameplay, it's like really cool. Like a lot of the parry timing he has, a lot of the practice he does, like it's all there. So it's like pretty cool to watch. But yeah, and then there's me. If I didn't die, which I did die. Oh, I guess I could probably... No, close to double my score, actually. Oh, but I didn't die. I died 0.55 times. Hey, Kage! I died 0.55. So I got 0.55. Let me divide stuff. Hold that thought. My math is incorrect. Okay, so if I did 23982 divided by 0.55, then I'd have, oh, my bad, 43k. So what would that, 43.5k. Hey, Hato. So 43.5. All right, so I wouldn't be top 10 or anything like that. So place me more accurately, like, let's just say like top 60. Okay, so just like run of the mill. Okay, I'm not that bad. But cool though. I did beat it. I only died 9 times. Spawn told me about chapter 19. He spent all day on that. Yeah, he did. I watched some bits about that. It was really cool to see. Alright, Kage, since you're here, is there a particular chapter you'd like to see me play? And Hato being Hato, he's being a boss. I got my B rank, dude. You can't be the GOAT of both Neo and Ninja Gaiden? Not yet. Nah, I'm not really trying to be. Truth be told, I'm not that big on like trying to be the GOAT of anything. I'm just trying to have a fun time. Now, what happens with me having a fun time is usually I'm getting better at playing the game, but I'm just chasing enjoyment. You really dig chapter 12? Alright, 2 votes for chapter 12. Let's go. Okay, let's have just chill, have some fun. All I try to do with my channel, Hato, is just try to have fun and then help other people have fun. That's about it. If I get good, cool. If I'm the GOAT, cool. But, not really a big deal. Whee! Wait, do I have all my items? Yeah, good enough. Okay, whee! Do. Oh, thank you. Finally got stick drift this week. Oh no! Yeah, you gotta hold off for Neo 3, which the demo comes out in, can you believe it, less than 11 days? Less? Alright, I do not want to do a perfect Fatal Flash start. I want to kick ass. Let's go, let's go, let's go. What are we doing? What are we doing? What we doing? That's not... okay. Get fucked. I did not respect these 2 big enemies at all. Let it be known. Ooh, how do I want to open? Okay, let's go. Ah! This first encounter is rough. Yeah, but it's so fun for me. Again, just to be clear, I could just insta-kill the Goliaths, but where's the fun with that? Where's the fun in that? I want to play with my food. Did I delim him? You'd love to see a flash attack in this game. Would be so cool. That would be interesting, but then I guarantee you players like Kagera Sumaru would never play the game. Be like, no, I don't want this weapon switching attack. Why does the game force me to do it? Oof, get oofed. You tried Yakumo the other day and I legit feel like I'm permanently sloth. He's so damn slow. Ryu spoiled me. Yo, get good. That's all I gotta say. When I play Ryu, I'm like, I only have one weapon. I'm sad. But I understand. Ryu, like, I mean, come on. Get fucked. Yeah, stick drift is slightly better than dead buttons. Touche. Yeah. Yeah, but his buttery smooth flow is too fun. Yo, don't worry. Don't worry. You see, I've got the equivalent. And then I die anyway. Alright, have a good night. Thanks for dropping by, Hato. Yeah, Ryu I know is fast. Not even close. Come on. You don't like the double shuriken from Yakumo? Come on. Oops. I know. Ryu's chain link stiffness, yeah, it's a problem. But I know, Ryu obviously feels very satisfying to play. I'm just fucking with you. He actually throws 4, by the way. If he had 1 toss, it would be better. Touche, touche. Ah, fuck that up. I wonder if the scythe will get... Maybe. I'm very curious to see how they'll do things in the DLC. Hopefully it's an upgrade that we all want. Or that'll hit the spot, rather. Damn it. Bad positioning. What'd you think of that combo? Which one? What are you talking? The one that you did? Where you like juggled an enemy 500 times? The target system is dookie. Yeah, I wish targeting gets fixed.
Come on, gimme. Good. Why'd you switch targets? Come on, stabby, 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 stabby. Take that. Yeah, I'll give you that. Give you one of those. Alright, what's next? You're next. Gimme. Oh, and get oofed. Oh! Hi, am I the Neo streamer that's obsessed with Gaki? Excuse me. I don't know if I told you how much you hate the Sword General. I think I know. I'm pretty sure you don't like the out of fucking nowhere where he just lunges and stabs you. It's rough. I know. Oops. Oops. Budget stinger. Yeah, surprise stinger, basically. Oh. Oh shit, oh shit, oh, totally just fucked that up. He has ruined so many amazing clips. I know he goes off screen. He is such a coward. He goes off screen, stabs you. And you're like, thanks for taking out half my health. Oh, shit. For me, the ones I have the most trouble with are the Naginata ones. The Naginata officers who just like do 50 hits and like, I still struggle with them. One hit is annoying, but 50 hits where I just like am button mashing and just not playing well feels so bad. Yeah, the double spear-sided guys. Why are you going over there, dude? I don't want you to go there. Why? That thing bothers me. I don't know how to deal with it effectively. No! No! Ah! Apparently the missile guys are the bane of your existence. Ah. Yeah, they're rough. For me, it's the double-sided spear guys. They give me the most trouble. Because it's so many hits. That's what it is. And I want to figure them out. But easier said than done, right? Damn. It's funny how the double windmill shuriken guy is not as annoying anymore and somehow the sword officer overtook him by a mile. Yeah, that's the case, isn't it? I hated those shuriken guys too. But then sword officer out of nowhere, just like the sneaky single poke just feels so disrespectful. Oh! Damn, I got destroyed. How do you guys deal with the double-sided spear guys? I'm curious. Like when he's doing the super windmill spin stuff. I'm curious. I don't know how to deal with it. Rising stance? Is that pretty much it? I think the thing with the windmill shuriken guys, if anyone is having issues, is they try to fake you out by zigzags, but they don't attack until they finish those zigzags. Yeah! Took me some time to recognize that too. It's like, just patience is the key against them. You're trying to learn to BR block it? Hmm. Okay, somehow that did delimit, I guess. Oh, hey! Damn, wasn't good. Not happy. I'm not happy with this fight. I am not happy at all. Did you know the BFT with Assassin's Tool, the back forward triangles with Assassin's Tool works as a Tonfa Fleetfoot into sneak attack? You can sneak attack someone with it. Aw, that's cool. Yeah, that move is cool. That move is pretty powerful. Dude, no. Kage, you always find like the most unique things. It's kind of cool. I'm like not privy to that type of stuff. Good, good, and ooh, ooh. I can't tell what's happening. Stop it! Aww, I'm like button mashing to jump out of there. Guillotine throw somebody. No. Ah. Can I beat the first encounter? I don't know. I'll have to actually go soon, but this was fun to play. Yeah, I gotta go in like 10 minutes. Both of them can be countered by the guillotine throw. That's cool. Get oofed. Yeah, I didn't want to do that, but okay. I'm doing pretty good. How are you? Ah, just finished work. How is your screen so zoomed out in the game? There's a camera setting that I have. So it's like camera zoom distance or something is like a max slider to 10. Oops. Just finished work, so just hanging out. Well, thanks for dropping by. I'll be on for a few more minutes. You think Parry needs iframes? That's all. I'm not gonna say much about that. You get a parry, then you get snuffed. You get a parry, but then you have to decide if you're gonna insta perfect flash or perfect flash, or if you're gonna go for something a little safer. I don't really want that. Oh wait, are they both gonna go down? You get that, thank you. No, get the guy, yank you! No. Not happy. Me no likey. I want my... no. I'm not happy, please. I threw him off. I wanted my cool, like, fancy shit. Please let me do it again. No! That's a shame. No! I didn't want to throw him off. Oh, that feels bad. No. Screw that. Yes. Return to chapter select. I think for me, Kage, like, I wonder if they intentionally made it so that, like, yeah, absolute clean fight addict. I know. I need that. If it's not clean, nope. Not happy. I think for me, when it comes to the fights, Kage, like,
like right after a UT, for example, I'm not safe for like a split second. Or like right after Ninpo, I'm not safe for like a split second. So like when I think, oh, the animation's over, and like then my brain starts to get into gear, it's like, oh, I can get killed in during this. So it'd be nice if it's like, hey, like, can I not just like die instantly after doing a UT? Or like getting punished for that? Oh, I don't have gauge, well I have to like perfectly dodge this. And it's like, it gets a little irritating. So with like the parry, yeah, sometimes holding block isn't good enough. Someone does a power attack out of nowhere. Someone does a grab out of nowhere. And you're like, dude, like, you're basically telling me my offensive action that's supposed to be safe has like no safety after, like, I'm like, okay, like I think this is a bit much. So with the parry, sometimes I think it's okay for it to be like, hey, parry itself is safe, but then like you gotta decide if you're gonna go for Fatal Flash like fucking immediately and that should be safe, or if it's like, hey, you're gonna wait and delay for a perfect Fatal Flash. It's a higher risk, requires intense timing, but you get a much higher reward. I'd be like, okay. I think, Amber, what Kage is talking about is not necessarily like you do a parry and as iframes. I think what Kage is referring to is like after you succeed the parry, you can just be fucked over instantly. And you're like, bro, didn't I like get a punish? I did parry the guy. Shouldn't I have like just even like a little safety window, just like a minor, so I can decide what my next decision is gonna be? But when the game is like, nope, doesn't matter. You have to like anticipate that the enemy is gonna grab you the instant like you snap out of it. It's like, whoa, it can be a little jarring, at least in my experience, and that's what I think Kage's talking about. I could be wrong though, and maybe Kage does want, hey, you just mash parry. Like, okay, you mash parry and then you're safe. I don't think Kage means that. If I know Kage, the things that he wants change are like the most fucking frustrating things. I think it is very much just like, hey, I get a parry. Give me just like a few frames to like decide, like make a decision. Don't punish me before I even consider what my decision's gonna be. Right. And I would agree with that. It's very aggravating when it's like, all right, I pulled off a UT and then, oh, Van Gelf grab. And I'm like, dude, I didn't even get a chance to process anything. And it's just like or like the off-screen stab. I'm like, bruh, come on. Like, just like a couple of frames would be fine. But I think a big part of the frustration, at least for me, is that I think for me, the frustration is it's not necessarily like a clear indicator that I can be punished. Right. That's my issue with it. My issue with it personally is that just like I can be punished, but I don't even know this is a window I could be punished. And so like right after a UT, like it's okay for it to be like, it's like UT, all right, let's have a timeline. UT is over here, it succeeds, or whatever, succeeds, and then like you have a little bit of time, you have like a split second to basically decide, what am I going to do next? But what it feels like is as soon as the UT ends, then an enemy is just going to like smash you right away. Like immediately. It's like a little frustrating. It's like jarring. And I don't notice that on boss fights. I notice it in like big group fights where it's like, okay, they're all swarming me, and then all of a sudden, the instant the UT finishes, before I've had time to process, oh, the UT is over, the enemy's like, bonk, and I'm like, well, fuck, I'm dead. Alright. Let's get some practice in. Yeah, hordes, it's where it happens. Oh, I'm sorry, Average New Enjoyer. I missed your question. What was your question? Oh, okay. Oh, wow. You asked me that question like 15 minutes ago. My apologies. So is it just me, or do you also think that Takeminakata Bloodraven attacks take way longer to charge than it should be? No. I think the charge time is fine. Who do I want to mess around with? Oh, I do have to get going. Let's see. I want to learn. I don't want to conquer. Just pick Ryu. I find less opportunity to use them compared to other weapons. Well, how about this? Let me show you some Bloodraven charge attacks against Ryu with Takeminakata. Just to kind of give you an idea. Hold off too. Yeah, looks like fully Kage answered your question. Yeah, Kage got it. Got you on that. So, the thing is with Takeminakata, here, maybe this, I should fight. If I want to be instructional, I'll leave this. The thing is, with the Bloodraven charge attacks, it is obviously a big risk. But the thing is, there are built-in guard point frames or deflect frames or whatever you want to call it. And that can make it significantly easier for you to pull off some of the risky attacks. Finding less opportunity, if your issue is that you're finding a less opportunity to compare to other weapons, then that's something to work on, is to see what other moments you can pull them off. Because I can of course pull them off, it's just hard to notice. Like, I'm taking big risks.
Dead now. Can you explain those guard points for Bloodraven attacks? It's something I'm still not the best in understanding the timing for, but the idea is this. There's a point during your attack where you can let the charge off, like let the attack go fully, and it will just like deflect the attacks and ricochet things. Even boss attacks, which I'm trying to show against this guy. You'll regain some gauge, and the boss will like be stunned back briefly. I use that to pull off all sorts of Bloodraven moves that I otherwise wouldn't get away with. It's incredibly handy. So all that supposed slow speed that Yakumo might have can actually be turned into an advantage to regain gauge. I mean, check it out. Like, I'll just try to show you a couple of things. While I didn't win the fight, did you at least get to see how... Does the guard point work on every enemy if they attack you? Yeah. Pretty much any... I've noticed any melee attack I can just deflect. Every weapon has it. The timing for it, I'm still figuring it out, but it's super useful. Some weapons have later times, others not so much. So yeah, I think the moment is like when you start firing off the attack. Some weapons have it easier than others, depending on timing. They don't work on grabs and power attacks, yeah. But usually if you pull off the Bloodraven attack against a power attack, you already cancel it anyway. I don't think Gleam Form works whatsoever in that capacity though. I think it's one of its weaknesses. You can't deflect with it. You have to either do parries or nothing. Get out. Goodbye. Sure. Whatever. I think a good boss to showcase this, that parry was kind of cool. Thanks. So, I think a good boss to showcase this... Hey Gurshan, good to see you by the way. I'm gonna be dipping out pretty soon. I think a good boss to showcase this is going to be Kitsune Courtesan. Kitsune Courtesan. Because she has lots of attacks that can hit like multiple times. So without the situations that include guard points, it's generally a problem to pull off. It can be tricky, but you can take advantage of that to make things feel a little safer. So here, like, drill is really good for that. Parry. Some of the attacks for drill, look, boom, bonk, removed. 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 I think you get the idea, though. Yeah, you could see just like how drill just was so advantageous in this situation. Alright, I'll try it one more time and then I think I gotta get going. I think the drill is the easiest one to showcase it with, because drill, of course, seems to have so many animations locked into it. You're like, oh my gosh, when am I gonna be able to pull this off against the boss? Damn. Oh. Alright, so yeah. I'm gonna stop there, but I'm gonna stop there before I answer Gurshan's question in training mode, but you can see that guard point stuff is super handy with Yakumo. Refunded me a bunch of gauge sometimes, like, it's super good. And a lot of attacks that seem unsafe all of a sudden are a lot safer than we might think. So like Take Minakata is great, you can take advantage of that. A lot of my clips take advantage of that. So definitely experiment with it and you'll go pretty far with it. Okay, so question, Poof, you have any tips on how to use chain link? Because like I do the mid-air Odachi triangle move that you taught me, but I struggle to use chain link other than that situation. Yeah, simple basic ones. Light, chain link into that. Pretty handy. You can always weapon switch. Pretty handy. What does chain link do exactly? Several things. You still find it crazy there are only 3 frames for a parry. Yeah, that's tough. So chain link allows you to continue attack strings even after dodging. So it can be very handy to like reposition and whatnot. This also applies to things in the air. So that's one thing. This also applies to Bloodraven attacks. You can like chain them regardless of positioning. So it's very handy as a positioning tool. It also works across weapons. So yeah, you can weapon swap during that. But a really, really big impactful thing with chain link is that you can effectively do Bloodraven. You can mix your base form and Bloodraven form attacks together. So for example, rather than doing Y, and then Y for the final third, right? You could do this, you could do that, and you could do that. That's normally what you'd expect, but you don't have to do that. You can do 2 base form attacks, chain link into the Bloodraven heavy. So you have option 1, which as you can imagine would eat a ton of gauge. Or you've got like option 2. Yeah, it continues the combo without you having to start in Bloodraven, correct. There's a lot of fancy things you can do. So you can involve weapon switching as well. It's very creative. So for example, I can do stuff like that. I could do... It's pretty handy. Oops. No, what's going on? Pretty neat. And chain link also applies to things in the air. So for example, I could do that, and I could do that, and I can do that. Or if I want to preserve my gauge and I don't want to go all out like that, I could instead do, which is super great. Oh yeah, of course keep chain link on. I'm surprised someone would disable chain link. I'd be like, are you crazy? And there's a lot of cool things. So here's another one, Gurshan, that recently I've been messing around with that I really like. So chain link is like enemy hop in DMC. I think the more accurate comparison is it's like dodge offset in Bayonetta. I haven't played Bayonetta, but that's what I've been told. But yeah, Gurshan, here's another fun one. and then you can do air stuff. So what is it? Flying Swallow is step 1. And then you can do the first chain of that, and then you can chain link into a launcher. Yeah, exactly. The relaunch. So cool. Right. And then Swolepool came up with one earlier today, which was, I think it was this. Like a kind of a custom creative thing to take advantage of the launcher. So yeah, pretty cool. I thought this one might be a little excessive, but it's still kind of cool too. It also works with the Dark Dragon Blade. It can be pretty fun to do stuff like this. So here, I'll give you a quick example, and then I really gotta go. Is the air chain link 8-way movement? I think so. Let me test. Yeah, I mean, you can, any direction you can air dodge, it qualifies, so here. Right, go back, right, left. Yep, 8-way movement. It's just because you can dodge in the air, right? So you can, by extension, you can do the air chain link too. Sometimes I will move my character accordingly when it's like, oh, an enemy's gonna jump up and try to knock me out of the air. Let me dodge, like immediately, and then do a midair thing. Alright, see you later, Gushan. So for example, here's a chain link thing that's kind of fun. Well, yeah, but that went very quickly, didn't it? Like, what the shit? But yeah, there's a lot of... Do remember, you only get one chain link in the air unless you also wind path, then you can get to right. I don't use wind path enough, so I kind of messed that up. Which is very hard to get both right, which is why I just rely on one. So other things you can do is you can like link, you'd be very surprised. One last question, the weapon swap does work with the Dragon Blade sword, right? Because it feels iffy to me. Yeah, check it out. There you go. Yeah, what's up? Alright, see you later, Gushan. Thanks for dropping by. What would Chainlink be classified in an action game turn transition skill? I guess, yeah. I wouldn't know. Alright, so one cool thing you can do, of course, is there's a lot of weapon skills that like have multiple parts to them. So Chainlink can apply to that as well. So for example, this move, as it says, or actually let's use an easier one. Okay. This one has 3 parts to it, right? 1, 2, 3. And some skills take advantage of that too. So you can go 1, 2, 3. And transition into Dark Dragon Blade like that. You like that one? You never even thought of doing that? Really? So yeah, you can take advantage of Chainlink very effectively, and it opens up so much creativity, it's very difficult to describe. But yeah, like, you could do stuff like this, for example, and just pull off, like, mix and match weapon skills. And so it starts to get very creative very, very fast. You still haven't unlocked DDB, to be fair though. Oh, yeah, you're missing out. Or you could do fancy stuff like this, for example. Or let's see. Or if you want to be silly, you can also like keep relaunching an enemy over and over again. So yeah, it can get pretty silly. You haven't either? You have to beat the mission modes? I think you just have to do the boss trials. Yeah, you can do all sorts of weird fancy shit. Dude, just do it on like normal mode or hero mode, you'll be fine. Are you beating the Neo 3 early access allegation right now? I mean... I guess the answer is no to that. This is AI, Poover's not here. But yeah, you are no Poofer. Get out of here, Deathland. What you talking about? Anyway, hopefully that gives you some ideas for Chainlink and whatnot. But I do gotta go. I'll take a look at my Kagachi clip, see if I feel like posting it. Ugh. At least I got better. That's progress. Anyway, I'm gonna go. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see everyone later. Take care, and bye.